In the past, when Yunsu first became a vampire, no matter what he ate, he was always hungry. He even ate dog food, but the dog itself seemed more delicious to him. Eventually, he collapsed from weakness, and when he opened his eyes, he was in a kitchen. The woman who brought him in worked at the house and allowed Yunsu to live there in secret. There were already rumors spreading in the village, stories about some wild animal or demon who ate dogs and maybe even humans. Sometimes the woman worried because Yunsu ate every day, yet he only seemed to grow thinner. She planned to ask for permission for him to live there officially so he wouldn't have to hide anymore. But one day, as she was breaking firewood, she accidentally scratched her hand. The scent of blood was overwhelming for young Yunsu, and he ran out of the house, struggling to resist the urge to feed on her. Not wanting to drink human blood, he instead attacked a dog outside. However, the woman had followed him and saw everything, his bloodied mouth and glowing yellow eyes. Terrified, she ran away and called for others. From that point on, Yunsu accepted that he was no longer human. He attacked the people who came for him. Later, the villagers discussed how the family and all the servants in the house had died, and only a single child had survived. They pitied him, saying he wouldn't live long. But as the seasons passed one after another, Yunsu survived and grew up into a full-grown adult. One night, a pair of siblings were passing through the village. They had heard rumors about travelers ending up dead there. Just 20 years ago, people lived in the village, but now it was completely empty. As they made their way through, they ran into Yunsu, who convinced them to stay the night at his house by warning them that there were a lot of wild animals in the area after dark. While they were chatting, the brother mentioned that he had heard rumors about various incidents in the village, including one about a European man who had supposedly burned down the mansion himself. This surprised Yunsu a bit, and he asked if the man had heard anything else. But the brother said that he hadn't. After that, Yunsu killed both of them. Then someone else arrived, someone Yunsu had been waiting for. Father. He remarked that Yunsu had been living like a beast and that he could no longer ignore him. He told Yunsu to follow him and to start calling him father from now on. Yunsu followed him quietly, as he also wanted to know exactly what had happened the day the mansion burned down. Father taught Yunsu how to eat, speak, and behave, and eventually assigned him the job of assassinating other vampires. One time, when Yunsu asked if there was any specific reason behind this mission, Father explained that humans had started noticing their existence, so his immature children needed to be cleaned up. Suddenly, Yunsu remembered his words about not leaving a trace and asked if he had said that when he left the house in Korea. Father paused, trying to remember. Had he really said that to him? But then it clicked in Yunsu's mind, and he asked if Father was the one who burned the house down. Father responded that Yunsu already knew that, which left him speechless. Later, Yunsu admitted to himself that he did, in fact, already know. It had always been there in the back of his mind, but he kept hoping it wasn't true. Because if it was, then that meant he had begged and clung to the same man who killed his mother. The next morning, Yunsu mixed his own blood into Father's tea, thinking that Father was rather careless, especially considering he was the one who had taught Yunsu how to kill vampires.